two scenarios that you should not make promises or vows. When you're extremely happy, you go just dey dish out promises. Two, when you're very desperate and when you're in dire need of something and you will just be saying, if this thing happens, I will. It's very dangerous. Hi guys, welcome to Fun Bible Stories. Today on FBS, we'll be talking about the story of a man named Jephthah. Gilead is a tribe in Israel. Jephthah was a judge and a warrior from Gilead. So when the Ammonites threatened the Israelites and challenged them to a fight, the elders of Gilead told Jephthah to lead his people to the war and fight the Ammonites and of course defeat them, and they were expecting nothing less than victory. And so they put the guy for high jump. I'm sure Jephthah, out of his fear and desperation, went to God in prayer and he made a vow to God that, God, this will not put me for high jump and I gas deliver. If you help me defeat the Ammonites, I'm making you a vow, as I return in my victory, anything that comes out of this house first to welcome me, I'm going to sacrifice it as burnt offering to you. I'm sure when Jephthah was making this vow to God that when I win, Angel Michael would have been looking at him with bombastic side eyes saying, let's have it. That was how Jephthah led his people to war to fight the Ammonites, and they won. They conquered and the victory were theirs. Upon Jephthah's return, guess what? The first living creature that came out of his house to welcome him was his daughter. Not just that his daughter came to welcome him, this was Jephthah's only child. He had no son nor any other daughter anywhere else. When Jephthah saw the daughter, he was so sad and anguished. He tore his clothes in pain. And daughter was like, what is it? I mean, she was even happy coming to welcome the father. She was dancing and even playing musical instruments. As per my pardon, we know, me will come dance. The story is different. He was so sad. And the daughter asked him, what is the problem? And he, of course, opened up to her that I had promised God that the first thing that comes out of the house when I return from this war, if he enables me win the Ammonites, I'm going to sacrifice it as a burnt offering to him. And thus I was like, okay, if you made the promise to God, you're going to keep it, of course. But she just asked for 2 months. I can imagine. You know the consciousness of you're going to die. She knows that she's going to die eventually. She just asked the father to just, give me 2 months. Let me gather myself and mourn what is remaining of my life. Jephthah killed the lady eventually after 2 months and sacrificed her as burnt offering to the Lord. This story just makes me feel a type of way. I don't even know how to feel about it, because what? I mean, he killed her. Hey God. Anyways, this brings us to the end of FBS today. I don't know what you learned from this story, but I'm sure you shall learn something. I'll share with you guys what I have learned, and I'm willing to hear what you also learned from this dramatic story. I learned that you should be careful how you throw around promises or vows, especially when you're in certain situations. Be careful the kind of promises you make and the kind of vows you make. Let it not be that it's being propelled by your situation at the time. Think through it, think about it thoroughly, and be sure that this is really what you want to do. And secondly, I learned that your word should be your bond. If you have said something, you're definitely going to keep to it. It doesn't matter the outcome of this decision. Jephthah made a vow to God that the first thing that comes out of this, I'm sure when he didn't ever imagine his daughter was going to be the first person to come and welcome him. He kept to his own end of the bargain eventually and killed his daughter. So guys, don't forget to like, comment and share. See you next time on FBS, and of course, till then, keep studying your Bible.